Good afternoon, everybody. It is April 8th, just about 2 o'clock p.m. on the eastern side of the continent. So I want to talk about a few different things. Bernie, Bill Gates, Trump, and the Antichrist, GPS tracking you, and the curfew and store restrictions and new rules for the restrictions. So first, let's go over Bernie Sanders. I feel as even though he seemed genuine in what he was saying, but I feel that the real reason why he is dropping out is because he knows, and other people are going to drop out too, but he knows that it is inevitable. He doesn't know for sure, but I'm sure he knows more than we do, that Trump is going to call martial law because we're not able to get a handle on this quarantine and on the amount of people getting the coronavirus, which, I don't know. There's just a few things that just don't add up to me. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, so Bill Gates. You can look all over YouTube for different videos when he's done TED Talks and he's done other like interviews and how to help pollution on the earth and vaccines, and how when people are healthy they don't want to have any more children, this and this. Population control has always been an issue for him, and how do we make the earth healthier. And in his little math equation, it showed like people and this and this, and if there were less people and this and this, and just saying that this was a couple years ago, and even 5-6 years ago he was even still talking about the population and how it needs to be less. Trump is going to call martial law. I feel, in my opinion, I'm really like a nobody. I'm just any old Joe Schmo off the street. I'm not anybody famous. I'm not trying to be famous. I just want to put my word out there, my opinions, and see where it goes. Okay, so Trump is going to be calling martial law, my opinion. And a lot of people are like, okay, Miss Smarty Pants, is he going to be the Antichrist then? And no, I don't believe that he's going to be the Antichrist, because too many people do not like Trump. There's so many people that don't like Trump. So I know from what it says in the Bible that so many people are going to love this guy and adore this guy, and he's going to perform miracles. And I don't see that happening with Trump, and not too many people like him. Okay, so the next thing on the list that I'm going to talk about is GPS on your phone. It's tracking you. Even in some news stations, they admit that your phone is tattletaling on you, because the government wants to know where you're at and why you're not staying home. And a lot of people are not listening to the quarantine. So my opinion is, okay, well, screw phones. If you're going to leave your house, leave your phone. You don't need it anyway. I mean, you might want to, if you do bring it, turn it off before you leave the house. Don't turn it off when you're driving, and don't turn it off as you're leaving your house. Turn it off way before you leave the house, and only have it if there's an emergency. But either don't bring your phone with you when you go to the grocery store or go get gas or go to work. They're tracking you. They're tracing you because they want to see if you're going to conform to this quarantine. And not as many people are sick and dead from this quarantine. From this coronavirus. I'm telling you right now that, a lot of people are like thinking it's a little bit suspicious. The more someone lies, the more it's obvious that they're lying. And the more that people are covering up the truth, the more people want to know more, and they find out the truth, and it just becomes so obvious that they're hiding something. They keep on making up different rules and different things and everything. So also, because you're being tracked and traced through your phone, through GPS, the governments want to have a tighter curfew. More stricter. Okay? They want to have an earlier curfew where people, if you're not out buying essentials, they don't want you to be outside. So that's that on that topic. I'm just saying curfews are going to get stricter. They're not going to let up on this quarantine because nobody's listening. And just saying something isn't adding up. And then, okay, store restrictions. Store restrictions, I just went out earlier today. I needed to get a couple essential things. And in it's a little small supermarket. It's like a mom and pop's little supermarket, okay? So there's somebody standing inside at the door with it locked. And you cannot get inside unless you have a medical mask. You can't have a scarf. You can't have a bandana. You can't have like part of a t-shirt or whatever. You have to have a medical mask and you have to have gloves. And if you can't get in there. And then you already know Walmart is already lining people up outside and permitting so many people in. And you see it where somebody's standing there tallying people in and out. So, so many restrictions and guidelines that we have to follow now. I don't think this coronavirus is going to let up anytime soon. And they just like in the book 1984, they want to know how we are, what we're thinking and what we are doing. And that's just how I feel. So anyway, that's all I have to say for today. A lot of stuff you already know. I'm not the only one that thinks these things, and I don't know. God bless everyone, and stay safe, and don't be so worried. God doesn't want you to worry or stress. Give everything to God because He's the only person that you're going to be able to trust. God bless.